Sleepless nights, much like I'm currently experiencing as I record this, have a certain charm that I wanted to briefly highlight. We live in a world where we constantly rush from task to task, a world where there is no lack of stimulation or information. Check your favorite social media feed while you wait for your coffee to brew. Listen to a podcast while you drive to the office. Try to multitask with as many inputs as you have the bandwidth for. In my case, and I'm sure most people would probably agree, if you told me that the world would be like this when I was a kid, I wouldn't have believed you. We're so much more connected with each other than we ever have been, but we've become disconnected from ourselves in the process. Once in a while, we get a breath away from all of this. Sure, a sleepless night isn't much help when you have obligations in the coming morning, but they can be special in their own way if you can accept them when they occur. The world has come to a standstill in the twilight hours of the night. Through the stillness, we get a moment to ourselves to finally take a step back from our busy lives. A step back from our busy minds that are constantly thinking about something, or maybe even thinking about multiple things at the same time. Constantly trying to finish the current task just to move on to the next thing immediately afterward. Constantly trying to achieve something and to get ahead in this crazy world. Always and forever trapped in an endless cycle of external goals and achievements. Now, having goals and seeking achievement are indeed valuable things, insofar as they give our lives a general direction to move forward, and perhaps even a purpose. But it should also be stated, just as importantly, that they too often become the primary focus of our existence. And the endless cycle continues at our expense. We are wholly unsatisfied with what we have managed to accomplish, and must set out to accomplish something greater than before, forever and ever. And to be cliche as usual, the remedy is with us constantly. We must become content in the present moment to balance out the neurotic impulses of self-improvement, seeking, craving, and nonstop activity. While we're free from the distractions of the hustle and bustle, we have the time and space to finally reflect. Whether it be to unpack the happenings of the previous days, weeks, months, or to deeply contemplate our core beliefs and values. In a sense, sleepless nights are a time in which we can get to know ourselves, whatever a self really is. We can tap into the unconscious aspects of our brains that aren't available to us during the day, while distractions abound. Does the universe have any inherent meaning, or is it indifferent to human life? What is consciousness? Who built the pyramids? What would the world look like if we hadn't discovered electricity yet? What would my life be like if I didn't make that one decision 12 years ago? So many questions, and never the time to even realize that they naturally bubble up to the surface when we have a moment to allow them to. Next time you're having a sleepless night, step outside and look at the stars twinkle in the night sky. Listen to that strange soundtrack, the B-side that the world plays at these hours, mysterious and spooky under the moonlight. A direct contrast to the sunny side filled with the myriad of sounds of the working day, the family life, and all of the very important stuff. Embrace that mystery, and embrace that uncertainty you feel about your path, and allow that very embrace to help guide you when you face challenges during the day. Accept the fact that there are plenty of things that we do not yet have answers to, and even more questions that we haven't even thought of yet. Enjoy a few minutes or a few hours of solitude to refresh your system and catch up with yourself once in a while. If you're quiet enough, you'll be reminded of the things that used to bring joy and fulfillment to your life. And although you might be tired the next day, you might just remember to take yourself a little bit less seriously all the time.